Brace yourself! Before we go any further, there are things I'd like to say. Just in case, well, you know. First, I want to thank you. Without you, I'm not sure I could have ever produced a Thuum. It feels good to use. And it feels good to be useful. And there's more. Do you remember the journal we found? In Sledric's old hideaway? I managed to decode the rest of his notes. They documented a number of Sledric's creations. And there were many pages about me. It turns out I am some kind of experiment, I think. I am a simulacrum of Sledric himself. A copy. Although a flawed one. I was created by the power of a Thuum, and given substance via the resonance crystals. I am a false person, created for the sole purpose to fight Folgafsanan. But because I could not shout, I was of no use. From what I understand, Sledric had been experimenting with capturing a Thuum. He would use resonance crystals to trap and echo a shout between them. In doing so, he could greatly extend the duration of a shout. One such experiment succeeded, using a Thuum to create permanent copies of himself. Although the copies were no better than mindless thralls. So, he decided to make one last attempt. He'd capture and leave a shout to mature over many years before releasing it. Apparently, the result is me. I don't know. Neither did Sledric. None of his previous attempts could call upon the Thuum either. If I had to guess, I think there's a link between the voice and one's soul. Since I lack a true animus, I could not produce a Thuum. But after you imprinted your soul upon me, I felt a change. It's as if I'm suddenly able to speak a tongue I've always known. I'm not an exact copy, but I am born of him. Sledric has always called me his daughter, and I suppose that offers the best explanation to what I am. I believe Sledric used himself as the template for my being. But clearly, I am not him. I have no idea if he intended for me to turn out the way I have, but here I am. Knowing what I really am, I have found it has changed very little. I am still me. I have the same thoughts, hopes, and feelings. Only now, I'm more aware of what I'm capable of. I understand why Sledric hid the truth, but I'm unsure if it was necessary. Even knowing, I would still help him. And I would still help you. I'm uncertain what we'll find at the end of these caves. A dragon? Victory? Death? But whatever the outcome, I just wanted to let you know. You've been so kind and considerate, and I think of you as my best friend. There's no other I'd rather brave a place like this with. And that includes Sledric. Well, that's all what I wanted to say. Let's continue on.
won't get away.
Hello? Who's there?
found Sledric.
Last, there you are. I'm sorry I had to rush ahead, but I sensed Volgafsonan begin to... Do not worry. I got here just in time and managed to seal these doors. Dragon waits on the other side. I know he's there. I feel him. Noticed that, did you? Yes. Your training has indeed taken a toll on me. I've expended much of my energies, but I believe the results were worth the price. If Volgafsonan were to escape, we'd have no way to track him. We'd have to begin our search anew. I may have multiple lifetimes to again hunt down the dragon, but I suspect the same is not true of a dragonborn. You have already tested your mettle against a dragon, so you have some idea of the battle ahead. However, Volgafsonan has many tricks. So be ready for the unexpected. Do not drop your guard for even an instant, or the dragon may worm its way into your mind. A word of warning, Volgafsonan is a skilled bard, a true master of the voice. I underestimated him once, and it cost me my soul. So be ready, and remember the lessons I have taught you. I'm unsure what exactly awaits us beyond these doors. I do know it will likely require every skill I have imparted. Indeed, a horrific ghostly bard, at least according to his moniker. I'd never thought a dragon capable of such artistry. A deadly mistake. In hindsight, perhaps that was the impetus of my own study of the bardic arts. An attempt to equal the skill of the dragon. Whatever happens, you must kill the dragon. Put down Volgafsonan. Absorb his soul. Nothing else matters. Stand. Back. We'll bring down the barrier. Onwards, Dragonborn! We are right behind you! That it is, my daughter. That it is. Do you hear me in there, vile creature? Enjoy these moments! They will be your last! As long as the dragon remains entombed in ice, he is beyond our reach. However, I have an idea. Alone, it would lack the power. But combined, a resonating shout should reach him. We must raise our voices in chorus. Your unrelenting force towards Volgafsonan, and I will join my thum to yours.
As will I. Although, maybe not quite as eloquent.
Elvana? You have mastered a shout? This is indeed an auspicious day. We shall talk more of this later. But for now, take this crystal. It holds the shout you need. The lead is yours, Dragonborn. Show Volgafsonan the voice of a true bard! What? Fus! Brother! Fus! 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 Brother! Fus! way since before we met, but imparting to you what I have has weakened me greatly. I can no longer obscure my nature. You now see me as I truly am. You see the toll taken, having lived so long beyond my years. As perhaps you could imagine, such an appearance would do little to endear me to others. So, I used my command of the Thum to conceal what I could. I have not lied to you about what I am. Once a mortal man, now an undying thing. That is my nature. I have told you how I possess half of Volgaf Sanan's soul. It binds me to him, and him to me. Half the soul I lost resides within the dragon. Cannot harm each other. And if either were to die, with half our soul trapped in the other, unable to move on, we would simply reanimate. I wish for this to end, Dragonborn. I wish to die. No, not in any true sense. Although the centuries may pass and my body decay, I am not able to succumb to age. I endure. Driven by desperation, I've attempted to end my existence many times. Always I return. If you can think of it, I've tried it. Being run through by a blade, poison, drowning, dismemberment. Though these things may damage me, they do not end me. Selfishness? Fear? Make no mistake, Volgaf Sanan is a dangerous creature, and should be killed without remorse. However, I admit, my primary objective has always been to free myself from this torment I suffer. Would that alone have been enough to inspire you to action? Somehow, I doubt it. I believe if you were to devour whatever passes for a soul within Volgaf Sanan's withered husk, connection between us would be broken. The half of my soul the dragon took would be destroyed. I would no longer be anchored to this world. While I doubt I'd retain enough animus to pass to any afterlife, still, I welcome slipping into whatever nothingness awaits me. Yes, I suspect that is my fate. Perhaps I will linger for a few days. After that, I will simply cease to be. I shall never gaze upon the grand halls of Sovngarde. Still, that is more than preferable to another century of what passes for life. Thank you, Dragonborn. It's good to hear you say this.
Hey! Watch yourself!
Hear my words. The human is not the only one to have suffered. But unlike him, I have no desire for death. I beseech of you, do not kill me. I am no threat to you, or the world above. All I desire is to be left alone to my misery. Unless you are perhaps capable of ours, of mercy. Zunidre, I did no such thing. Your perception is slanted. Even in my deepest slumber, my connection to the human, Sledrig, granted me insight to his machinations, allowed me to see my approaching peril. Sensing my growing unease, my servants merely acted in my defense. My very essence is tainted by that of a mortal. It debauches and defiles my mind. I find myself assaulted by thoughts and notions that are unbefitting of one in my station. And yet, I cannot deny them. What I am, what I was, it all seems so pointless. I can no longer think as one of my kind. Tiras, despair, is ever my companion. My only refuge is sleep, but even there, I am haunted by dreams of melancholy. It is not I who is responsible for what has transpired. It is the one you call Sledrig that is to blame. He was the hunter. I was the prey. He attempted to tear out my soul. I merely fought back, the only way I could. He has plotted, schemed, manipulated, and pulled the strings of another to serve his agenda. He has behaved Medova, just as a dragon would. Do not kill me. Instead, give me back what was taken. Release me from my purgatory. Restore my soul, and bask in my eternal gratitude. Varadovaki. Hear my words. The human is not the only one to have suffered. But unlike him, I have no desire for death. I beseech of you, do not kill me. I am no threat to you, or the world above. All I desire is to be left alone to my misery. Unless you are perhaps capable of ours. Of mercy. Zunidre, I did no such thing. Your perception is slanted. Even in my deepest slumber, my connection to the human, Sledrig, granted me insight to his machinations, allowed me to see my approaching peril. Sensing my growing unease, my servants merely acted in my defense. It is not I who is responsible for what has transpired. It is the one you call Sledrig that is to blame. He was the hunter. I was the prey. He attempted to tear out my soul. I merely fought back, the only way I could. He has plotted. Do not kill me. Instead, give me back what was taken. Release me from my purgatory. Restore my soul and bask. Of course not. But I ask you, which settlements of man currently submit to my authority? When was the last massacre carried out in my name? It has been nigh 8 centuries in which I could have committed countless atrocities upon your kind. And yet, here, I have slept. My past is behind me. I am no longer the beast I was. Because, Dovahkiin, I am not the aggressor in this stage play of yours. I've no desire for blood or conquest. I just wish to be left in peace. And what's more, the gratitude of a dragon is not to be understated. Can you not see for yourself? You have been groomed, Dovahkiin, shaped and molded into the perfect tool. Perhaps you requested this of Sledrig, but I suspect this was done by his design, and not yours. It is simple. Sledrig is greatly weakened. He would be unable to stand against your might. Strike him down, sunder his body twain, and by the power of my Thu'um, I shall bring into me the parts of both his soul and mine. My animus would mend. I would be whole again, and whatever remains of Sledrig's being would now reside within me. In a way, we would both survive. It is the most humane choice.
Wait! I believe there is a third option. A way for Sledrig to find his rest, and for Fogafsunan to have the restoration he desires. I myself lack a true soul. I am more of a vessel. This is how my being was designed. As such, I may be able to act as a conduit, allowing Sledrig and the dragon to exchange the part of each other's souls they took. Each would be restored. No one has to be destroyed. If they are willing to attempt this, so am I. Assuming all goes well, both Sledrig and Fogafsunan would be whole again, their souls repaired and fully their own. The dragon could go on with his life, and I suspect Sledrig could live out whatever remains of his. In a way, this is always what Sledrig intended. I was to defeat Fogafsunan, allowing Sledrig to draw out the dragon's soul, storing it in me. But I could not shout. I could not be trained to defeat the dragon. And in truth, I believe Sledrig became hesitant to even consider the risk to me. However, your assistance lets us pursue this potential. I simply offer a slightly different path, one that hopefully allows all to find their peace. If I grasped Sledrig's writings, both he and the dragon would have to perform the same shouts on each other that, long ago, fragmented their souls. During this, I'd stand between the two, capturing what was drawn out. Then, each would be able to extract from me what was theirs. In short, I could act as a container, allowing both to reclaim their own parts of their souls.
I must admit, Helvanna's plan could work, but I'm unsure. Is it right to allow the dragon to live? I leave this decision to you, Dragonborn. This goes against my better judgment, but... very well. Olgafsanan, I am tired. I suspect, in your own way, as are you. Let us put aside the past and attempt this restoration in good faith.
I am loath to trust a mortal. You, most of all. I do see the wisdom in what you propose. Let us proceed.
Ready yourself, Helvanna. This may be painful, but you must act as our conduit. Bear the pain, as we will be as swift as we can. Soon! Open! Is done. We have each given half a soul to Helvanna. Now, Volgafsanan, sing with me and take back what is yours from my daughter. But be gentle, and I too shall take back what is mine. Soon, open! After so long, I forgot what it was like.
Still, I too feel as if a great weight has been lifted. I am grateful.
My thanks to you, Dragonborn. This is more than I could have hoped for. Once again, my soul is mine, and mine alone. I can feel my body renewing itself. Most curious. I would have thought, if anything, my soul's return would hasten my passing. Perhaps I still have a few years left in me yet? Indeed. And I suppose, perhaps I still do. You see, my desire was one born of suffering. Suffering with no end in sight. Already, I feel better than I have in centuries. I don't think I fully grasped just how deeply lacking half a soul had wounded me. I think I still welcome an end to my life. However, I now have the luxury of dying from old age, if I so choose. I admit, that holds a certain appeal. And it is. I have all that is mine, and Volgafsanan has all that is his, just as it should be. Though, it does seem having lived for so long, with half the soul of a dragon, has left its mark. But that is something I can learn to live with. I would suspect so. What say you, dragon? Is your soul mended and whole?
It appears so. The half torn away by Sledric has returned to me. I once again feel complete.
Ah, well, there you have it. Straight from the Dova's mouth. I believe I shall stay here for a short time. We are to avoid any future unpleasantness. Myself and Volgafsanan have much to discuss. Shall return to the college within a day or so. Meet me there when you're able. I have something in mind with which to reward your efforts.
I too wish to offer recompense. You are free to take anything that you find within my lair. And if in the near future you return here, I shall have even more to offer.
Thank you again, Dragonborn. Until our next meeting, farewell.
Dovahkiin, you disturb our parley.